Hey, welcome to Helpful Hustler channel. I'm Mark, your helpful hustler, and so basically today I just wanted to go over and talk about different ways and things that you can sell to make money and different platforms. You know, the main platforms that you're going to be able to use are Amazon, Mercari, Poshmark, the Real, that's for more clothing, Reverb if you're into music. You know, it depends. If you have a certain niche, like if you're super niched into guitars, you're gonna want to sell a lot on Reverb as well on eBay and cross post on Mercari and cross post on everything. You know, you should be cross posting everything that isn't in your Amazon FBA warehouse. Now, if you don't know what Amazon FBA is, the Amazon is Fulfillment by Amazon, which means it's a service that basically, which I use it personally, and on top of everything that I do. And what it does is it allows me to buy large amounts of inventory and basically scale my business using Amazon's already built infrastructure. Meaning I don't have to make warehouses, hire people, I don't have to do any of that stuff. What I do is typically my thing is I like books mostly to go to Amazon, and I love in California we got bookstores. Every single city has its own bookstore, no joke. And you can go in and they're called Friends bookstores, every freaking city, and they're like 50 cents, some as low as 25 cents, and they have free sections too. Some have a huge free sections, like they were like, this whole section's free. I had to double check. I was like, are you serious? And a lot of these places are so lax. They're like, oh, I walk in and I'm like in there and I'm like, some of the places, you know, I feel like they're gonna like sketch out on me, you know, coming in, and I end up buying tons of, you know, I'll spend $100. And I like come in there and they're just like, oh yeah, just, you know, leave the money in the box, count it up yourself and put it. I was like, what? So some of the places are a lot more strict. Some of the places, you know, they'll take cards, you know, but a lot of places don't only take cash, you know, and it's doing a good service because all these books were donated. You're able to get these books for, you know, 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2, $3. You know, that's usually where the cutoff is for me as far as where I spend on books. And I'm usually able to get anywhere between, you know, 30 to 100 good items in probably the span of 2 to 3 hours. So I'll put in that much work. I can put in that much work. It just depends on how much cash flow I have for that part of the business. Because see, other parts of the business that I do is, so I have my Amazon, which I do very, you know, I'm building that up, and that's starting to really get going. I'm starting to, you know, try to get ungated in lots of different other categories, collectibles, toys, you know, all those types of things. And on eBay is pretty much, you can do whatever you want, pretty much. Like that's pretty much the way it's become. If you want to pay their fees. So I do sell on eBay. You know, I'm not going to list my channel on eBay or any of that like that. The only channel I may put listings to, well, my one business, Grave Minds, my clothing line. You know, I'll have the links to that, and I'll have links to probably Mercari or something like that, so you can get to buy toys or whatever, or, you know, just buy through Instagram, you know. And then because I'd rather not put all my stores out on front, you know what I mean. I've heard a lot of things, and there, you know, I'm gonna keep, you know, a lot of things private about my life, about what I'm going to be explaining, and, you know, the things, but I'm going to show a lot. I'm going to show the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, the everythings, you know. It's a tough kind of road to choose. Like I do this by Uber a lot of the times. Like my fiance, she drives. When she's like, she resells a little bit on the side, and then we do that together. But otherwise, I live in a really close everything is close. So like I can walk to the mall and there's tons of stores in there that I can just flip from. You know what I mean? Crazy retail arbitrage. And then we have bus things around here where it's only $5 all day, and it's a shuttle like Uber. So it'll drop you off literally at your front door and drop you off at your exact location. You know what I mean? So I'm able to with Uber and everything like that still turn a huge profit. Uber gives me huge discounts. So it ends up becoming it's very profitable still using Uber. It's actually I've done the numbers, and like, should I really get a car? It would actually hurt me to get a car. I would be spending more money. So I'm making more money. I'm making the right decision now by not having a car, and just doing this, like, via Uber, and yeah, and that's it. And we have our OCTA Flex, which I think is a really, really, really cool service. I think hopefully it takes off, and we're able to expand, because right now there's only 2 locations around this area. So yeah, but you have your main sites there basically that I listed. Mercari, I really like Mercari. Mercari is cool because you have the millennial type crowd. You have younger kids on there, and then you have up to maybe 40, 45-ish. That's your clientele. A lot less, super lax. I've had no issues, knock on wood, on that one. All right, you know what I mean. Like it's been so smooth. I've had such good luck on Mercari. Everything's been great, and I'm gonna tell you this. Right now is the time. It's starting to not be the time, but when you're a reseller, a lot of resellers that come into the biz and they start doing well really right away, right? They blow up, because I'm speaking from experience, because this happened to me, blew up real fast, right? I remember I had months where I'm like doing like 5,100 on just eBay, and so then all of a sudden these fees hit right the next month, and I had not prepared for all of these fees and everything, and I was not smart. I was not saving money and investing money. I did not know about investing. I did not know about these things, and they steamrolled me. You know what I mean? And it kind of knocked me off my curb and made me very humble. The thing is that you have to kind of diversify as well as adjust to everything that is going on. So basically, yeah. So yeah, Mercari is really cool because of the clientele that's on there is really more in my age range. So my eye sells a lot better. eBay is pretty much can sell everything. Poshmark sells clothes. You have to be aware of clothing sizes and stuff like that, where the American average is 39-inch waist for men and a 37-inch waist for women. So keep that in mind when you're buying clothes. When I'm buying clothes, I'm not buying, if I see a really, really cool shirt and it's a small, I'm probably not going to buy it. Depending on the price, because it's going to be really hard to sell. Large, extra large, if I see extra large 2XL, like, those sell like hotcakes. Like, anything 3XL, 4XL, damn, they'll sell. They're gonna sell quick. And those are the things that you also have to keep in mind. So you have the different seasons of selling. You can't just buy from garage sales your whole time. You can't just buy from flea markets or you can't just buy from retail arbitrage, or you could just buy from wholesale, I guess, if you wanted to run a bigger business with a lot more work and a smaller margin. That's also very possible. You can do those type businesses, or you can kind of, I'm preferring to lean a lot more on Amazon. I do a lot of wholesale, straight up resale. The straight up garage sales, thrift stores, and you can never fail on buying off of Mercari and eBay and reselling back on either Amazon or even back on eBay or back on Mercari. You'd be shocked. People post stuff. You can set alerts on all these sites, right? You can set alerts on Mercari. You can say on Mercari, alert me when someone posts these items, okay? So it's gonna notify your phone, right? So be aware that you can snipe these things, and Mercari is perfect for sniping stuff for eBay, or sniping stuff to hold on to if you're into the collectibles and understand how the value will go up on certain things. Like certain things easy example is the Spinosaurus from Jurassic World, right? It was a toy. It was the Legacy collection. Came out. It was like $20 ish in the stores. Sold out immediately. Boom. It was like 120. Now it teetered a bit. Went down to 60ish. Now it's around solid $90 to $120 if you have this Spinosaurus, right? Now you could buy these. Like I could have bought these in cases. Had I been on that site earlier, I hadn't started the full wholesale yet. So I do that now. And I will show that in future videos, some of the cases I've recently bought of toys wholesale. And I will show you what it's like, how they come, what it's like when you're buying wholesale from like a company that deals with these manufacturers of all kinds. So that type thing. You can literally I would say if you wanted to, you could make money entirely just from not even leaving the house at all. Except for going to the post office and like little things like that. If you live in an area where you got a post office near you, like my UPS box is close by, I Uber to that, I've got everything is super close by to me. And so for me, it's really easy for me to just basically live a super simple life, flipping stuff. We have tons. I live in suburbia, so everything is super close. Tons of garage sales. When garage sales are about to start popping, and I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to be getting all kinds of good stuff. Who knows? I'm trying to go for more new stuff, and that type thing. I will. I'm open to all kinds of things, get my eBay store up a bit more, because eBay is great for random, like eBay is the type like where you picture like grandpa be like, I'm gonna go on eBay and find that one part I was looking for down there. Yeah, there that said that part that man's got it out there. Oh, he ships fast. I like that. That sounds good. Let me get that. Those kind of things happen. Or you have like the hipster person that just has to have that item, and they go on there and they're like, I need it, I want it, boom, that type thing. You know what I mean? You have a different scope of people are on eBay, right? A lot of the younger kids are not buying stuff on eBay. They're more either on Amazon or they're going to be on Mercari. Pretty much those two. And Mercari is great to source from. I've been sourcing from consistently sourcing from Mercari and being able to turn profits consistently and buy very, very high valued stuff, very high quality stuff, and new stuff from Mercari. Just so scope that. People accept offers. When business is slow, you have to be prepared. January, February, March are slower months always. So have a plan. Do not just be like, oh, we're rolling in dough because it's November, it's December, all of a sudden, then bam! You get hit with over the head because you didn't realize that you weren't prepared for all of a sudden now your sales are cut in half or more. And you didn't have a tactic. You didn't have a tactic or a plan Or say you weren't diverse, say you're all in just one thing, and then boom, you could even be hit worse. It happens. It happened to me. It happened to me, and after that, it hasn't happened. Okay? I'll take a mistake. A failure is a good learning lesson, and you want to learn from these. You want to learn from these things. Move on, and that's how I see it. Now, if you can go through these experiences, boom, learn a massive lesson like that. That's going to protect me from the future, because right now I don't have a lot over my head, a lot of costs, a lot of things that could have destroyed my business entirely. You know what I mean? So these type things are important to know. Sourcing online, you can source. There's sites like I think Keepa is one of them, or there are a bunch of other ones I've seen that actually like hunt for deals on Amazon or like whatever. But yeah, you can look up also on Amazon through certain sites. You can look up like what the sales are and stuff like that. But Amazon has a really good way of showing you the good trajectory of the item. You know, and I kind of do the same formula. When you're looking up an item, the trick to reselling, this is the number one trick. You always want to check your item before you buy it. Never buy an item blind unless you know what it is worth right then and there. Right then and there. Now, if you don't know what it's worth, you're taking a wild shot. I don't do that. I don't gamble. We don't gamble. That's not how you make money. That's how you lose money. Right? So you figure out basically whatever the item is, you figure out your costs, you go on eBay, Mercari, whatever the platform is. eBay is going to give you a greater scope of what it's going to sell for. You look at it, you go on eBay, boom, eBay, sold listings, had it set to sold listings. You can do that on Mercari, you can do that on Poshmark, all those sites let you do that. Boom, you can go on there. There's other sites that you pay a monthly fee, and you can see forever what has sold on eBay, like pretty much since its birth. And so yeah, you can see that too as well. And so you basically, as long as you research your item, and then what you do is basically, if there is 100 items up, you search the item and you see, okay, people are listing for about this much. There's 100 of them up. Go to sold listings. Okay, sold listings. 150 are selling a month. That is a good item. That means more are being sold than being put up. All right? So you're going to have a good time, an easier time selling that item. If it's 100 for 100, that's a 50% sell-through rate. That means chances are you got a 50% chance that's going to sell through that month. Right now, you can see some items where you look them up and they'll literally be like 5 up and 30 sold. Those items just sell immediately. Like, I've had tons of items that have sold immediately. Some people use bots and stuff will sell immediately. And all these things are good things to keep in mind, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are along more spewed out basics of the gist of stuff. This is a bit more, I probably went a little bit more advanced than I was meaning to with this one. But yeah, so that's basically how it works, how I kind of run my business. It changes through the year. My tactics change through the year. The bookstores are always open, but garage sales aren't. And garage sales are low margin, though they yield in the big bucks. So yeah, so just wanted to leave you guys with that information. There's going to be lots of new videos coming up. There's going to be ride-alongs. I'm going to do thrift store walkthroughs, all this retail arbitrage, all this stuff, unboxings, you name it. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more from Helpful Hustler. Yeah.